Welcome to Atlanta's Commercial Real Estate Show, brought to you by Bull Realty, the show for property owners and business leaders. Host Michael Bull brings you market analysis, advice, and opportunities around Atlanta.
Wow, here we are, Atlanta's Commercial Real Estate Show. How fun is this going to be? All right, well, today we're going to talk about, or at least in this segment, we're going to talk about the office market. Look, if you own an office building, you manage an office building, or you run a company, your office space, the design, the wellness, the location, everything is so important with the productivity of your company. Well, please welcome my guest today. It's Francina Price. She's president of Global Planning and Programming with ChampionsIFM. Francina, thanks for joining us here in Studio One.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a privilege.
Well, it's interesting how talking to you about companies in Atlanta and what they've been doing right and sometimes what they've been doing wrong and some tips. So tell us about some things that you've learned from projects you've done with the companies around Atlanta, especially about their design. What are you seeing people do in their designs today that's really helping them?
I really see people getting it right more often than not.
That's a good thing.
That's good. And you see a lot of workplace design changes where people are really integrating sit-stand functionality in facilities. Some of these buildings and
now,
properties.
Who's really doing that? Who's really done that?
So Primetals is a company in Windward and Alpharetta that's doing a really good job at making sure that they provide the right type of work environment. Other locations would be some offices within Lincoln Properties, right in the North Point area where the customer has created multiple diverse types of workstations where you can choose where you want to sit and how you want to work, and they're making sure that you have all the technology you need to do so, really integrating the IT proponents of that with flat screens and really just cool funky station designs and diversity of types of chairs and meeting point places and collaboration places. I noticed even in your office today that you have some really cool pods that are set up. I love that concept. I like the way it looks. It's almost kind of like a little futuristic a little bit to me. And then I love your AV room, how you custom design the table. I love that everything is nice and clean and no cables hanging out. It's not a messy space. I was thinking about another project that I did at Ponce City Market, where they utilized a lot of the old wood and a lot of the old doors and a lot of the existing structure that was there to make a really unique space and create
who was
a real
tenant there?
That was a Jamestown Properties project.
So they're actually the tenant.
Yeah, they're a tenant and they're the developers and a number of other things.
Yeah, so they used a lot of that old building and made it really cool, and they needed a lot of open space.
Yes, a lot of open space, low paneled walls. So people are using workstation furniture a lot more frequently now, but not the old traditional. We're tearing down the 6-foot walls and getting rid of that and creating more of an open plan kind of workspace. So people are really doing that. And everybody's doing it differently, their own way, and I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. So up in North Park, I guess, in Alpharetta, that tenant there, do they have a signed desk or they just are non-assigned? Okay.
No assigned desk. There's 2 of the executives that do, but everybody else in that facility, you sit where you want to work. You find a space that's conducive for you that day. It could be in a phone booth type room. It could be in a what they call meeting points where you can collaborate, high top, low top, adjustable height. Depends on you, how you feel today.
And do you sign into those electronically of where you're going to be? You just
first come, first serve.
You just go in.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting, and to see how that works. So, are any of these tenants, like you're talking about, do any of them give any kind of tours of their space? Or?
Yeah, some of them will. Most of them will. They'll allow you to their space. You just have to contact the real estate person. It's funny because even another cool thing that I'm seeing is a lot of companies, they don't always have full-time receptionists anymore. They're using technology and cameras and ways to buzz people in from your desk or through an software application. So even with security integration, they're using a lot of the technology to manage that front office kind of the greeting that you get when you arrive. You may see a screen with nice messaging that tells you about the company, and then there's a place that you press a button and someone's on the other side of it. So I think people are doing different things and it's working for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what about, there's now some more mixed-use developments that office tenants can think about? Any particular tips for companies that might be considering office space in a mixed-use environment?
Yes, I would say just be careful with parking. Whenever you get into mixed use and you have a certain head count or you have a number, a population that you're trying to provide parking for, I would say be careful with the parking piece of it. The other thing would be make sure that the mixed use property has things that the people that you're hiring or your employees really want to utilize there. And places that would attract. So if your customer is coming there, like I love the place off of Old Milton, the Avenues. Love that area, right? People live there, people work there, you can shop. So if I'm coming to see you there, there's a couple of companies there that I know, I can shop while I'm there.
Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Bull Realty, and to all of our sponsors linked below. For more Atlanta forecasts, advice, and opportunities, subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and AtlantaCommercialRealEstateShow.com. And be sure to connect, comment, and share on your favorite social media sites.